Hello and welcome. Today I would like to talk about the new toys the Enterprise received in the latest patch. Of course, the ship is still a work in progress, as you can see from the video clip, and all her stats are still subject to change. So today I would like to talk about the phasers that were added to the Enterprise. They are incredible and lots of fun to use. I think they're a great addition to the... Wait guys, just one second. Wait, what's that? Really? I can't talk about the phasers yet? Oh, sorry guys, forget everything you heard here, otherwise some men in black suits with some neuralizers might show up and you won't have a good time. Though, I think you wouldn't remember that even if they did. I guess we will have to talk about the AP bombs instead. So, AP bombs replace the normal dive bombers on the Enterprise. As their name suggests, they can penetrate armor, but they can't start fires. And when I say penetrate armors, I mean that they can do the whole shebang. They can citadel, they can do normal penetration damage, and they can also over-penetrate. I don't really enjoy these AP bombs. Why? Because they vary so wildly in terms of what they can do, and it all depends on the target. They add even more RNG to the most RNG thing carriers already do. Not only do your bombs need to hit the target ship now, they also need to hit in an area where the bombs can deal a lot of damage, like the Citadel. I also don't like the drop circle on them. Look, this is the automatic one, this is the manual one. Manual, automatic, manual, automatic. They look basically the same, which means that the player just has to make sure that the dive bombers come from the front or the rear, and then just click on the ship. But this isn't even my main problem with the AP bombs. My main problem is that the amount of damage they deal depends so much on the target you choose. Some ships seem to take a lot more damage than others, and no, I'm not talking about some kinds of trends in classes, for instance that battleships take more and destroyers take less. Yes, that is the case, but what annoys me is that it even changes when we're talking about just battleships. There doesn't seem to be any national flavor going on either. I found that the following ships generally seem to take a lot of damage from AP dive bombers: the Fuso, Nagato, Izumo, Colorado, Gneisenau, Bismarck, Tirpitz, Friedrich, Kurfürst, Moskva, and some more. On the other hand, the following ships generally took little damage from the AP dive bombers: New Mexico, Iowa, Montana, Yamato, Amagi, Bayern, most cruisers, and probably all destroyers. Now, I didn't thoroughly test every ship, but those are the ones I noticed. Now, some of you might go, hold on, did you say Yamato? Yeah, I did. I know that there was a screenshot about some massive damage to the Yamato by AP bombs. I guess it can happen, but it didn't really happen for me. Look at how long it takes to take out this Yamato with only AP dive bombers. Yep, that's 65 AP dive bomb hits to down her. So the AP dive bombs worry me in that it will place an additional burden of knowledge on CV players with the way they currently work. They are useless against destroyers and borderline useless against most cruisers. They are pretty weak against some battleships, but against certain other battleships they are insanely deadly. I have on multiple occasions done 60k damage to a Bismarck or Tirpitz, and in those cases I finished them off from that 60k HP. Against carriers, the AP dive bombers deal okay damage, but it's not really amazing. Also, something bizarre seems to sometimes happen with the AP dive bombers. Check this out. One dive bomber hits against this Moskva, and it deals 9300 damage. That's weird, because the AP dive bombers have 7300 damage listed as their damage. Now, how did it deal exactly 2000 more? No clue. Overall, I don't really like the AP dive bombers. They're too strong and too easy to use against some targets, while still being very RNG. On the other hand, I would say that dodging AP dive bombs is mostly possible in all the affected ships, because all you need to really do is start turning before the bombers attack. The planes are weak after all, and you just need to try to buy some time and shoot as many down as possible. As far as the Enterprise goes, I suppose the AP dive bombers do make up for the weakness of her torpedo bombers. I think more testing and rethinking needs to be done by Wargaming about this, but honestly, the AP bombs won't break the game against good players. But against all the new Bismarcks we recently got, they are a pretty big problem. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on this. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, Ian, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.